In the world of sports, some rivalries are just games, but some are something more. They are cultural wars fought on grass and dirt for over a century. This is the story of the greatest, most bitter rivalry in American history, the New York Yankees versus the Boston Red Sox. It's a conflict defined by two cities, two identities, and one emotion that runs deeper than loyalty: pure, unfiltered hate. A 2017 Harvard study confirmed what fans always knew. Supporters of both teams get more pleasure from their rival's loss than from their own team as victory. This isn't about winning. It's about making the other side suffer. And for 86 years, one side did almost all the suffering. It all began with a single transaction, an original sin that would give birth to a legend, a dynasty, and a curse. In 1919, the Boston Red Sox were a powerhouse. Their star was a young man who was both a dominant pitcher and the greatest slugger the game had ever seen, George Herman Babe Ruth. But the team's owner, a theatrical producer named Harry Frazee, was in financial trouble and politically isolated. He needed cash. On January 5, 1920, the unthinkable was announced. Frazee sold Babe Ruth to the New York Yankees. The popular myth is that he sold his star to finance the play No, No, Nanette, but the truth is more damning. The deal was a masterpiece of financial cunning by the Yankees. The actual price was $100,000, but it included a devastating side deal, a $300,000 loan to Frazee, secured with a mortgage on Fenway Park itself. Boston's cathedral was now collateral in the hands of its enemy. The effect was immediate and catastrophic. Ruth, now in pinstripes, transformed the Yankees into an empire. They built Yankee Stadium, the house that Ruth built, and won 26 championships before Boston would win another. The Red Sox, stripped of their talent, collapsed into mediocrity. For Boston, an 86-year winter had begun. They called it the curse of the Bambino. The curse wasn't just a drought. It was a series of poetic tortures. In 1946, Enos Slaughter's mad dash from first base won the World Series for the Cardinals in Game 7. In 1978, after blowing a 14-game lead to the Yankees, the season came down to a single playoff game at Fenway. The killing blow was a fly ball that barely cleared the Green Monster, a 3-run homer by the light-hitting Bucky Dent. In 1986, they were one strike away from winning the World Series when a routine ground ball trickled through the legs of first baseman Bill Buckner. The hate between the teams reached its boiling point in the 2003 American League Championship Series. In Game 3, a bench-clearing brawl saw 72-year-old Yankees coach Don Zimmer charge Red Sox ace Pedro Martinez, who promptly threw him to the ground. But the ultimate pain came in Game 7. Boston led in the 8th inning, just 5 outs away from the World Series. But they collapsed. The game went to extra innings until the 11th, when Yankees third baseman Aaron Boone hit a walk-off home run on the first pitch he saw. The curse was real, and the Yankees were its enforcers. 2004 was supposed to be the same old story, but something was different. On July 24th, Yankees star Alex Rodriguez was hit by a pitch. He yelled at the pitcher. Boston's catcher, Jason Varitek, stepped in and shoved his glove directly into A-Rod's face. The benches cleared. A message was sent. The Red Sox would no longer be pushed around. It was a turning point. They met the Yankees again in the ALCS, and true to form, the Yankees immediately went up 3-0. No team in baseball history had ever come back from a 3-0 deficit. It was over, but then the impossible happened. Game 4, bottom of the 9th, down by 1 run, 3 outs from elimination. The Yankees bring in the greatest closer of all time, Mariano Rivera. A walk, a pinch runner, Dave Roberts. Everyone in the world knew he had to steal, and he did. The steal. Boston tied the game, and in the 12th inning, David Ortiz hit a walk-off home run to survive. Game 5. Extra innings again. The hero again? David Ortiz with another walk-off hit. Game 6. The series returned to New York. Pitcher Curt Schilling took the mound with an ankle tendon sutured into place. Through 7 agonizing innings, he pitched a masterpiece, his white sock slowly turning red with blood. Game 7, in Yankee Stadium, the Red Sox didn't just win. They destroyed them 10-3. The comeback was complete. They went to the World Series and swept the St. Louis Cardinals. After 86 years, the curse was broken. The suffering was over. The 2004 comeback didn't end the rivalry. It transformed it. The narrative of the hammer and the nail was shattered. It was no longer a story of a curse, but a battle of titans. The faces change. Players who were once bitter enemies now share a broadcast booth. Some say the hate has faded. But it's always there, simmering beneath the surface, passed down through generations, because this was never just about baseball. It's about history. It's about identity. It's a rivalry forged in hell and redeemed in a heavenly 4 days in October. A story of hate, heartbreak, and finally, history. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of sports. Let us know your favorite rivalry moment in the comments below.